So following on from the success of the last video that we did on why people are getting marked on the driving test and how to fix it, we're just going to do another one, a little bit more detail. So we're going to go through the 5 main sections, all right, which is position on the road, proper observation, progress, vehicle controls, and comply with traffic controls. All right, so we're going to go through, we're going to leave the test center here in Tallaght, but it's the same rules and regulations for all test centers. It's the same thing, okay? So what we're going to be dealing with first of all is position on the straight, position turning left, turning right, crossing the junction, and following traffic. Okay, so we're going to leave here now, leave the car parking space, test center in Tallaght. Okay, so we're going to leave the test center and we're going to check our mirror left, mirror signal left. Okay, we're going to go, yeah, it's going to let us out. And as we come out here, we want to mirror and signal right because we're turning right. So observation, now let's look left, and off we go. So now as we turn, you will see we're coming down straight down the road, okay? And if we are in the middle of the road too far over this way, he's going to mark you, or she's going to mark you for position on the straight. So you need to be closer to the left-hand side and doing your progress, getting up to 50 kilometers an hour, okay? So that's position on the straight. If any of you are wondering why you're getting marked for position on the straight, it's because you're either on them yellow lines like I am now, dangerously close to the curb, or else you're too far out, all right? So now, we're coming down to the next junction, and I'm going to show you why you would get a mark for position turning left, all right? So we obviously check our mirror, left mirror signal left. Now, watch the position that I'm going to adapt when I come in to finish that position for the left turn. I'm going to be way too wide, okay, way too far off on the left hand side. As you can see, I'm too far out, and that's a mark for position turning left, okay? So again, now position turning right, okay, you can get marked if you're not over to that white line close enough. You can get marked if you're gone too far past this white line. That's a position turning right, because now you're swan necking, okay? You've drifted too far past the right turn. So we're going to go wait till this car passes, and then we're going to make our turn. Right mirror, and in we go. Straighten up. Give clearance to the cars on the left. Now, turning right. Mirror, signal right. Now, to not cut the corner, so you get a mark if you cut that corner like that, because it's too dangerous. You've cut that corner badly. Now, driving along the straight again, position to the yellow lines. Tight to the left. Now, taking the turning on the right, mirror. Now, I'm going to talk to you next about observation turning right and turning left, and observation in general, and why people get marked on the driving test, okay? So I'm at a T-junction here, turning right. Now, if I look one way for too long to the left and decide to go, you're going to get marked for observation turning right in this case. So check right, last look left, and now I move. All right, now that is observation turn left. Now moving off, I'm going to pull in here and I'm going to show you about the observation moving off. Okay, people get this wrong because they look over their shoulder first, then they come back in, select gear, then they check the mirror signal, and it's all in the wrong order. So it's into gear first, check your mirrors, signal right, over the right shoulder, right mirror again, and away you go. That is the only way to do the moving off. And that's, if you get a mark for observation moving off, it's because your timing is wrong with where you're looking, okay? So we're coming up to the next set of traffic lights, and we're going to turn left. So we've got turns here before that. So we wait, now we check the mirrors, give a left signal. Second gear, around 20 kilometers is a better speed for control. Check right. Now we're going to come down to this filter lane, okay? Mirror, mirror, signal right. Now watch my head. Right mirror, in you go. You don't need to do a blind spot check. You get marked if you do that on a test. See the car in front of us? He's forward of the line. That would be a grade 3 for position at traffic lights, because he's complied with road markings. He's broken the stop line. Now, when the light goes green here, we have a couple of situations. We move up on the green light. We do not have to wait for the arrow. This is a big failing area for a lot of people. Now, because he's moved up and there's room for me, I can equally move up as well, as long as the light stays green. But I've got to be careful of my position turning right, because if you turn from here, you're going to get marked for the position, as you can see. So now I'm going to move up into my position, opposite the white line. Now the arrow is on, and I finish my turn, heading for the yellow lines on the left-hand side. That is the way to do that. It's 50 kilometers along here. Now, you see the car in front? not bad position. A good way to go with this is that if your white arrow split down the middle of your steering wheel, you're going to be in a nice default position. I'll show you again about that in a few minutes. So you're driving along one of the main areas here on the driving test in Tallaght. 50 kilometers is the speed limit. It's a really, really wide road. People sometimes get their indicating wrong on this. They keep indicating out and go right back in, out and back in. If you're out, stay out if the road is big enough, all right? Now, so I got a learner driver in front, so, you know, see the way they came out there? That was quite a bit late, okay? Could have done with a little flick of a signal there to let us know that they were overtaking the cars that we couldn't see. So we're driving up to the main junction, and at the traffic lights, we're going to take the turning on the right, but we can see that there's a right turn there, and if I put on the signal now, it's going to be a mark for signaling too early. So now we check the mirror, right mirror, signal right. We're turning into a dual lane here, okay? So I'm going to leave enough distance for a motorbike or a bike to go past me, between me and that car in front, apply my handbrake and first gear. I like to be in gear. I like my pupils to be in gear so that they're ready to go. It's not a problem to be in gear or neutral. And further back you can be in gear as well. That's okay. I like to be ready, and you can be ready with your hand on the handbrake so that you can just get your bike, drop the handbrake and go. We've got to assume that this car on the left hand side will get a light first, then we'll get our light, and we can see that the two cars in front of us and the length of these lights will probably more than likely allow us to continue through these lights without them changing back quickly, because some of the Lewis intersection traffic systems in Tallaght change very, very fast, so sometimes only let two cars through, all right? So check our mirrors and off we go. Now, so have a look to the left, and I'm turning into the road into the left lane. Now it says 60 kilometers on the left hand side here. Now if I'm 40 along here and staying at 40 like I am now, have a look at my speed, that is going to be a mark for not making progress, not getting it up to the 60 when you can. So if you're gonna, in a speed limit, a speed area that it says 50, it says 60 or 80, that tester expects you to get to that speed. See that car in front of us? Position on the straight. He's over to the white line more so than to the left. Not too bad, now he is, okay? We're going left. Check the mirror, signal left. Left mirror, and up we go nice and controlled. Now let's talk about mini roundabouts. People get marked at mini roundabouts for being too fast, not enough observation, and it's just breaking down, being untidy. A good guideline for you for roundabouts and mini roundabouts will be second gear 20 kilometers from just a control and an observation point of view, right? When you're coming up here, we're taking the second exit going straight. So we've got to break it down. Now I'm at a speed where I can decide on the right hand side what's happening. Plenty of observation, nothing there. Check the mirror, left mirror, signal left, off we go. Build your progress, build your speed back up to get no marks on progress coming out of the roundabout. Some people stay at 20 on leaving the roundabout and they get caught. Now we'll move up and we're going to continue straight ahead to the next one. This is a Lewis intersection system at the traffic lights in Bellegarde in Tallaght. Lots of people get caught. You got two cars after stalling here, so what do you do? Nothing you can do. Now will them lights, there you go, they've changed, so I've got to wait now, alright? So that's no problem. So when you're turning right at these lights, we're going straight. When you turn right at these lights, it's right and right again. It's not right, because then you'd go into the left lane and then you'd be in the wrong lane, okay? Because it's the right and right again at this set of traffic lights. So this set is quite complex. There's a Lewis intersection. The Lewis are frequently passing to Tallaght and back through Sagart. So we've got to be careful of the traffic controls and the systems. And sometimes indeed trucks come wide around here, scaring a lot of pupils. So they tend to want to move away from the truck. All right. So we're going to continue straight. We're going into a housing estate now to deal with ramps and to deal with progress and to deal with how people get marked for not giving enough clearance to stationary vehicles or giving the clearance too late. All right, so we wait for these lights. They shouldn't be too much longer, and there we go. So we check our mirrors. Cyclists on my left, that's fine, I've got them. Check right and left going through, and off we go, make our progress. Now you can see it's 50 along here, but we're going to take the next turning on the left. So it's mirror signal left. Now I'm going to break it down to 20, nice speed. down to second gear, proper gear, left mirror. Now I can follow the yellow lines around nice and tight, not getting a mark for position turning left. Going left again, mirror, signal left. Check right, position tight into the corner, last look right. Now we're going to take the next turning on the right again, mirror, mirror, signal right. Now, naturally I'm going to just have to stop here for a split second, and you can see with the front of the car opposite the white line, not further, all right? Right, in we go. 2. Now here's a classic example here. Hit that ramp, see my speed limit at 30, and it's too hard. You're going to get marked for reaction to hazards. It's too hard, okay? Slow it down, climb in the hill, second gear, down to 20, and it's smooth. Now this is where people make the mistake overtaking the cars. They go right up here, right up too late, and swerve out too late. You need to give the length of a bus before you decide to go out around that car. So, up to the next junction, turning right, mirror, signal right. Now that tester wants you tight over to the white line here, slow it down to 20 for the ramp, nice and controlled. So we're going to have to come to a little halt here for a split second to check left, to check to the right, last look left. I've got cars here to deal with, so clear that car to the left. Now turning left, mirror, mirror, signal left. Into the corner, you can see that I'm coming in here and I'm going to drop it into first gear, because observation at T-junctions is crucial, that you give a little stop, scan the junction, and away you go. Right mirror, opposite in the right position. So again, we have a little T-junction here, right? If you try and go through there without stopping, you're more than likely going to get a mark on the driving test for observation turning left, because you can't see on the right here. Right here is blind, okay, or closed. So you stop, look, qualify the junction, last look right, and away we go around that car. Now, so we're going to come up, we're going to pull in on the left hand side, check the mirror, left mirror, signal left, and we stop. Okay, so that demonstration was to let you see some of the marks that we get on the driving test, that pupils get on the driving tests. And they're not trying to get them, just through the practice or through their own, help that they're getting, they're not doing it right. So I hope that some of that information you can take, you can use it. It's very, very important. Mirrors, position, progress, reaction to hazards, too quick on the ramps, too fast at the roundabouts. It breaks down. Control your driving. Have a relaxed view of how you're going to take roundabouts, ramps. Have a set speed, 20, which is really good speed for observation and to get things accurately achieved, okay? And it allows you to scan the roads and to be safe, all right? So go on to www.nationaldrivingschool.ie, follow our Instagram page or our Facebook. There's loads of these types of videos on how to do things and get things done right the way the tester wants. And we wish you luck in your upcoming tests.